Greetings, programs, or maybe I should be starting this one with the greetings, loyal subjects, because that's what you all are, right? Welcome to the third part of my Chad's Mega Queen playthrough. Well, for as long as she lasts, and then we'll see what becomes of her children, of which we do have a couple at this point. One's already kicked the bucket, unfortunately, but we do have some decent ones. She is old enough now, she's not going to be putting out any more, but we've also got some grandchildren of the dynasty as well. And yeah, once we come to transition away from her reign, which hopefully we'll have a good few decades yet, she's only 54, then that's when things might get quite interesting, because at the moment we have easy mode, just because we made this character with everything maxed out, which you can do without having to use any mods. Although if you want to have an immortal character, I think I've said this previously, if you want to have an immortal character like you could have in CK2, for that you do need mods in CK3. So the plan is just to continue on with conquering the rest of Scandinavia. There's also a holy site down, I think, in Prussia that we haven't got yet, and there was no, that's culture. There was one way over east, I think Perm, was that it? Yeah, there we go. So that's quite far over. We're not going to be going for that one that soon. Although, having said that, you know, that feels quite far over, but compared to how much more east there is than that, there is quite a lot of map in CK3. It's definitely one of the big improvements, the big upgrades of the game, is that it feels like a really big map area, and it actually makes those kind of whole map conquests that much harder. Because in CK2, I mean, at least when it started out, it was kind of like what, this more or less. I think you had Arabia was the limit of it, and it was like that, but obviously without all the Southern Africa stuff. And things got added along the way, but it really does add a quite a nice, like, you can start a game over here in India or in the Himalayas or on the steppes and have a reasonably different experience in terms of your surrounding neighbours and the kind of governments and cultures that are going on, and religions as well, of course. That's a big factor. So last time, in fact, we did indeed reform the Ukomenso, however one, I'll get it right one of these days. Ukonusko. Why does the M come from then that I keep trying to say? I don't know. Ukonusko, right brain. It's not that difficult. We actually did reform that and got ourselves some potentially quite nice bonuses, including some rain bonuses from ancestor worship. The prestige for members of the dynasty is higher than it would be otherwise, and pursuit of power is going to be particularly useful in terms of having some extra casus belli to work with. Plus, that minus 50% title creation cost is going to be very nice indeed later on. We are sitting on a very big pile of cash at the moment, but that is because this is an OP character. Communal identity is also pretty nice, but we maybe could have had something else in there. But in terms of converting counties, it's a handy one to have. So, where do we want to start with? I guess we could try picking off... we've got a truce with them, we've got a truce with them. How are we doing with Sweden? And Denmark holds most of what is Norway. We'll go with Sweden, because I think we can actually just march troops across that strait and pretty much get straight to their capital. And their king is only 11. I'm not sure what his relations with the with his vassals are like. Actually, we could check that just now. Mostly positive, but not overwhelmingly so. But we're not going to be doing any fancy long game of you know, destabilizing from within. No, we're just going to go straight for... Well, we've got the Invade Kingdom option, which came from the Religious Reformation, but we wouldn't be able to use that again. Although that might be a decent one to use it on. We could take pretty much all of Sweden in one fell swoop. We also have Holy War as an option. And that again is a once per lifetime. That's going to cost me a bit of piety. We might have other Catholic rulers joining there. The others are kind of for lesser titles. So we've either got Invade Kingdom or Holy War, and I'm actually going to go with what costs me. That's going to be 1,000 prestige. So we'll go with the cheaper one, which is 375 piety. And yeah, take the whole lot in one go, hopefully. I actually should do this just now. We're almost at the first threshold for stress, and I should have done this first, because I think I can still do this. I can write thoughts down. We'll lose some stress. See how much stress we lose. Lose 50 stress. Nice, that is a big chunk of stress. Right, raise all armies. Oh, I should have raised them in place, actually. Never mind. I haven't played this in, like, a couple of weeks or something. I didn't realise how long it had been since the last one, but my output has been a bit lackadaisical recently. Unfortunately. My excuse for the most recent weekend was my mum actually came up to visit for the first time in a couple of years. And I even missed my regular Monday D&D session, which was a bit of a bummer, but kind of worth it. Are we already commanding? Okay, some other army. Right, we'll get them in there. That's quite a lot of people to be in one place. Titles can be created. We could actually create a kingdom title right now. Oh, but I think I had this thought last time, because we're still, like, this is 1095. I mean, this isn't the earliest start, but in terms of succession, yeah, we're still on Confederate, and it's going to be a while before we can get to primogeniture, because that is going to be that's in, is it the early medieval, or is it even the high medieval? I think it might be high medieval. Palatinate, no. Scutage, heraldry. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Or is it in early medieval? Anyway, it takes a while to get to the point where you can have primogeniture. I think it actually takes a bit longer than it does in CK2. So yeah, it would give me a nice load of prestige, but we kind of don't need that. We're not hurting for prestige. Right, these are big armies. They're going to drain through their supplies quickly. And so we're probably going to get a fair bit of attrition. Right, that is hopping 22k as well. Actually have some filthy rebels. I don't think the Swedes can possibly match me in terms of military strength. I don't think anybody can match me in terms of military strength, because, you know, 100 martial. There's literally no way to get that without either cheating or creating an OP character from the character creation. Right, talking of, there we go, we've actually just gotten a cultural fascination, so we could get levy reinforcement 15%. That's buildings, gavel kind, Confederate partition, public works. Maximum. Oh, I might go for public works, because county development affects how much troops can be supported marching through. Or it's one of the factors. There are other things that can affect that as well. Let's do that. I'm not sure what triggers going to the next eras exactly, to be honest. It does appear to be a little... wait, why am I... They're not hostile. Why am I... Oh, pay attention, Jedi. Pay attention. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I've played games before. Honestly, no, really, I have. I think we're probably going to have a fair bit of what we had last time, but I also might make this just a bit of a shorter episode. Right, you're at war with somebody else. Who are you also at war with? Turning against me, and it looks like an internal war. For some. Oh no, actually, that's somebody else trying to claim the throne as well. Ooh. My servant has caught my... Oh, okay, this is a bit dark. He asks what I want of him, a flirty smile on his lips. I mean... Nom 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 nom. I mean, we've got the other option of... Wait, isn't this a male... character and I'm a female character, so why would that have, why would him being bisexual have anything to... Oh wait, I made everybody that anyway, didn't I? I can't remember. I think I was monkeying around and did that just for fun. But anyway, sure, let's just it's fine, it's fine. No one will ever know, maybe. Although I do have like 100 intrigue, so probably no one will ever know. Right, so, oh, this was the twins. We had twins at one point, didn't we? So they're now of age. They're now 16. Good to get a ransom for 50 gold. That's quite nice. And a few champions. We actually do have still quite a few champions. It's just I can have so many champions with the martial score that I've got. Right, we're really bleeding troop numbers with the amount of... Yeah, I know. Take consort, declare wars. Just get rid of some of these. Call allies. We could actually... Who's doing what at the moment? Low control has reminded me. We do have court members that could be doing things. Convert faith. And promote... culture, which happens like converting faith will happen faster in things of the right culture, so we'll just do a bunch of culture conversion. I think that's in the culture group, right? Yeah, part of my culture group. I don't know what effect that has on that whole religious tenet. There's a doctrine there, but I suppose that's kind of a similar-ish, you know, word / concept. But the communal identity one, I don't know if that applies to only your specific culture or if it also has an effect on culture groups. Well, we have won that already, just because we had that 10% bonus thing. From the perks, isn't it? Yes, it is from perks. So enforce demands. Now, this is going to involve, I think, having to destroy the... Ah, no, we just seized it. Okay, we didn't actually take the title, I don't think. Let's have a quick look at all the things that have popped up. Now, we've grabbed all the... Right, who are we at war with? Oh, because they were... We've kind of continued on with their war. Because they were already at war. That's fine. So we can't just disband all of those. Yeah, we're way above domain limit. And we need a chancellor, apparently. You'll do. You've actually got a pretty decent score. And it's a powerful vassal, so... Someone who expects to, yeah... Oh, right. I can make somebody a witch. There is actually like a form coven decision, which I've never actually managed to... There we go. Found witch's coven. You have to have pretty much most of your Like at the moment, I think I've got a relatively small family, so the requirements are relatively small. But if you try and do this with a large family, you end up with a rather prohibitive number needing to be, actually turned to be witches. So we need my son and heir. Can we, like, persuade to be? Scheme, yeah, we'll try and do that actually. We have a good chance of doing it. I've not done that before, so I'm kind of curious what benefits it gives. Okay, someone's plotting to kill my daughter. Hopefully we can nip that in the bud. Get rid of those raiders and march them over there. Just going to take a bit of... I want you to go over there. There we go. Right, we need to... Oh, it's my son that's... okay. Now, I could sling him in jail. Unfortunately, there's no, like, cease your plotting kind of demand, but we can denounce them. And that will actually give me a bunch of stress and lower his opinion of me. But if he's trying to kill my daughter, we'll do it. But we also have lost our house head hook on him, so I can't... Like, there's no way I could have used that to demand him to stop doing, you know, stop plotting, stop doing bad shit against fellow family members. Sadly. Right, I really need to... Like, if you are over your domain limit, it really has an impact on troop levels... taxation, I think especially troop levels. There used to be a way of there's some people we can probably ransom. Oh, not many, only one. Okay. Yeah, in CK2 I'm sure there was a decision, I don't know if it was a DLC dependent one, but you could get your Chancellor to automatically disperse titles. And it was fun if you were somebody's Chancellor, because if they triggered that decision, or you used a favour on them to get them to do it, you could end up getting extra land for yourself that way. But yeah, I don't think that applies. So I might just do a little jump cut here while I get all these titles sorted out, because it's going to take a bit. Now, just as a fun little thing, I've discovered creating these duchy titles is costing me nothing, because I get minus 50% from pursuit of power and minus 50% from being tribal, so it's completely free. That's a nice little thing. Okay, that's all sorted out. That's looking much better now. We're back under our domain limits. We've handed out a whole bunch of titles, including to some of my children. Not my primary heir, though, because he's going to hopefully get a bunch anyway. I don't know what this is going to do in terms of when Tina here passes away, in terms of the inheritance laws. Like if the titles she directly holds will still get divided up, even though they've already got some titles themselves. But I guess we'll see. We've also got a perk to pick. Stress gain minus 20%. That one's going to be useful, actually. Let's go for that. Wash your hands we'll also want to take at some point. Right, let's get this finished. We also gained a little bit of stress. I had to get to the point of like, I released a couple of people. I was going to give them titles, including her, but then I realised she's got pneumonia and is probably not going to last. We could also maybe just do some kind of mass release. I could also do a mass execution, but I don't know if we get any benefit from that, because we're not Asatru. We don't hold grand blots or anything like that. So let's just fling them all out on the street. Right, so we are, yeah, we're in line. I know some people don't have heirs yet. Take consort. I know. A few champions. I know. You don't need to keep telling me. Prisoners can be ransomed. Oh, didn't we just release everybody? Apparently I have some prisoners that can be ransomed. Anyway. A little bit more cash never hurts. We could also do some ducal contracts adjustments, but I don't really think we need to. Not just now, anyway. Right, let's swing them over there. We've already... I guess we can march them back to friendly territory, not that it matters much. No, you're not going anywhere, Sonny Jim. I suspect my force of 21,000 might be able to overcome their force of 900. Someone's plotting against my court physician. Okay. Well, there we go. I've converted... who else did we need to convert? Decisions. This one, by the way. I guess it... Yeah, the cost to adopt cannibal-friendly doctrines is significantly lowered, so presumably if you wanted to... Because I think there are things, tenets you can introduce that have cannibalism as a factor. I will, in fact, make all my family members cannibals. Oh, wow. In fact, all I have to do is somehow persuade my court chaplain to be a cannibal, and we can make that just a thing. Do I want to do that? Right. 2 members. So we need at least 2 more adult members of the family. He's in... Well, he still kind of likes me, even though we did chastise him. I'm so glorious. Is he already a witch? Maybe? No? Right, can we induce you to be a witch? 95% chance to succeed. I suspect we might do it. Also, false demands. Disband all. Oh, there we go. That's a nice chunk of new land, but then we can't use that particular Cassius Belli again until we have a new ruler. We can also ransom a couple more. Just the more cash we have, the better. You can't go wrong with having cash. There's no such thing as too much cash. We could also get my daughters married. Be nice if I could see her. Right. Oh, she's got really good learning, actually. Right, you're... Can I recruit you and... Okay. Let's see another one. Can we convert him? There we go. Right, she's a duchess. With wow, she's got 2 very strong skills there. Oh, he'll do. He's actually got a good congenital trait there, handsome, and although it's not exactly the same as the beautiful trait, I think it raises the chance that one of them will have that. Again, can we demand conversion? Oh, he's already converted. That's fine. He's already seen the light. And lastly, we have... Lemiki. Probably saying that horribly wrong. Right, his stats are otherwise not great, but I'm trying to produce sort of different lineages with, you know, different good stats, as it were. Right, so we need to... Oh, we can only do 1 conversion scheme at a time, can't we? That's fine. How's the council looking? They're all doing good things. That's fine. Let's see if there's anything good in decisions. Work off some stress. And that's minus 50 stress, which is good. I don't think we need a position, do we, that the decision to search for this position always seems to pop up regardless of whether you have one. It just seems to be a gated thing. So we can, sometimes you can send characters back to other courts, like if you demand conversion like that, as a way of spreading faith around your borders a bit. Talking of spreading faith, let's demand they convert as well. How would I scheme to make them a cannibal, or would I have to specifically look for a court physician who is a cannibal? Right, I can actually help Parent Crusader learning wide 2 potentially, or I could just spend 100 and they would gain physician. So they've basically upped their physician skill for 100 gold, which is useful. Although I don't know how much longer they're going to last for. But yeah, having a better physician skill obviously improves outcomes quite a bit. So that is a big chunk of Sweden done. We have... I did know how to pronounce this once upon a time. Is it Ångermanland or something like that? It's not an A. You want to say it like an A, but it's not actually quite an A. But we're still at truce with them. Does give me Denmark as an option to go against next, so I guess we'll do that. Right, so we can have we've got a strong warhorse. I think we can make... let's go for fierceness. It should pop up and say the horse is now strong and something. Strong and fierce warhorse. I think you only get 2. So yeah, knight advantage +2, levy size +10%, which is very useful. So let us create a rally point over here, say. It would be nice if there was some easier way to see your existing rally points without clicking on the thing. Like if I want to get rid of that one, for instance, because you only have a limited potential number of rally points, so we don't need that one. And we could probably get rid of that one as well. It'd be nice if there was some slightly neater way of doing that. So Denmark. We could just do invade kingdom, but that only gets us one of their sort of de jure areas. Picking Norway would give me quite a lot. It's also expensive, 1,000 prestige, but we do have the prestige to burn. Alternatively, we could just try and take some bites out of their kingdom, but let's do it. We might as well capitalise on how strong a character we have, and just be able to grab big chunks of land all at once is, I think, probably something we want to do while we have the wherewithal to do it. So I don't know if this will take the... I'll seize all titles within the realm, but will I take the title itself? Because it would be mildly annoying if I had to take the title and then like of Norway and then destroy Norway. I don't even know if he's got the title of Norway. No, he does. Okay, Kingdom of Norway. So we might end up having to destroy a title. So how about if I just raise all men at arms this time to begin with? Which should give me... I don't even know how many troops. What am I looking? Military. We only have 4 or 5 actually. We could create... Oh, there we go. Witchcraft. New convertee. So we have... some kind of archery. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. We've got 2 of those. In fact, we have onagers, we have light footmen, armoured footmen maybe, pikemen. Should we go with horsemen? They have disadvantage in hilly terrain though, so that's maybe not the most useful right now. Should we go with armoured footmen? Yeah, okay. And I think we can just immediately spend the prestige to do that, and I think we can also raise all men at arms here and merge those two, so they'll directly do that. So we'll maybe send them down here, and then now if I wanted to raise some of my army but not all of my army, like, this is one disadvantage. It's kind of hard for me to, like, it's all or nothing aside from your men at arms regiments. And there's a lot of nice things about the CK3 system, but it's definitely a little bit less granular. I can't raise half my forces, for example. I have to raise all my forces and then dismiss half of them, which means you won't be able to raise them again if need be. So I don't know, I guess we just raise all here and join them together as needed. Have them start sieging down that area. Right, so let us send you down there, and send you guys up there, and oh, that's like 20,000 right there, so let's split them in half. Then we can split them in half again, split them in half just to keep attrition down to slightly more manageable levels. And then let's just disband that odd group there. Right, so be nice if I could see from the outliner which ones are moving and which ones aren't moving. So that's the top army there selected, and then let's have that army, let's send them there. We'll send them up there, and last one there, send them there, I guess. Right, that should be everyone on the march to where I want them to go. Send them up into the hills. Right, you could start sieging down here. How many troops did they have again? I mean, I know it was like vastly inferior. 7,000, okay. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think we'll probably, unless something noteworthy happens, I think I'll just jump ahead here again while we're doing all the sieging. Yeah, I know, I could take consorts. I don't want any consorts though. Don't need them. Also, we still have too many held duchies, apparently. No, I don't want to be owing. He's my son, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's jump ahead a bit, because this is just sieging. Takes a while. Just having 3 duchies. Oh, I think I'm only 1 duchy over. Okay. I'm kind of curious to see exactly how OP... Like, we're tackling a much bigger army here. What difference does 100 command? Okay, wow, we have crushed them. So we just inherited one of the newly created titles. So I'll have to sort that out as well. Alright, who died? Oh, it was the person I gave that to. Okay, they didn't manage to produce any heirs in time. And that's already a whole bunch of potential prisoners to ransom as well. Whoever inherits from her is going to be filthy rich. Now this is interesting. I'm actually being offered a consort by somebody, which is a thing that can happen. However, they are a leper, which I think would give a chance for me to catch leprosy from them. So I'm going to politely decline. It's a lovely, you know, it's lovely of you to think of me. But yeah, I think I'm going to say a no to that one. Will people stop trying to plot to kill my children, honestly? Oh, we just got a new lifestyle learning perk, so we'll go with wash your hands for that. We're also just about to win this war. 88%, we only need 90%. So probably the next siege that finishes will do it, which I think should be down here in Scorner. There we go. War 1. And any second. Blazambo, there we go. Tales of your misdeeds are told from island to Cathay. Excellent. Right, so, there you go. Finland as it should be. And it didn't automatically give me... Yeah, that's great. Okay, fantastic, because I thought it might do, but apparently it doesn't, so I would still have to create the title myself. So I'm going to have to do exactly the same thing. Oh, it actually still has it, but I could usurp it. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do exactly the same thing here. I'm going to have to... I have actually gotten some vassals out of it this time. Last time, because it was a holy war, you seized all the titles because they were all, you know, held under people who are a different religion. Whereas this time, it was a kingdom invasion, and so some of the counts, I don't think there's any dukes in that a lot, but yeah, I might just elevate some of them to dukes, because a bit of bribery never hurts. Right, we're just about sorted. We'll ransom who we can ransom, and that should bring in some cash. That's a good couple hundred gold there. That still leaves a bunch of people that we may be able to... I wish you could, like, do this en masse. Demand conversion. I was able, like, some of the previous Catholic Danes I elevated to being various dukes, and one I was able just to convert. The rest I'm going to have to wait till their opinion improves, because, you know, I'm a foreign heathen that's just turned up and taken over everything, so they're a little bit wary of me, but it will happen in time. Also, we're going to release all these people back, and once they're converted, you know, some of it won't stick, some of them will reconvert, but others might go on to convert yet other people, so that's fine. There we go, that is all of them. So, I think that's about it. I think that's as much as I want to do in this session. I have vastly increased my holding. I've now got a lot more vassals to juggle, which isn't going to be so hard for Queen Tinna, but I'm probably saying that wrong as well. But yeah, so far so good. It would be nice to know how far or how close I am to my vassal limit, because that's a thing that still exists. The game really only tells you your personal domain holding limit, but it doesn't, as far as I can tell, let you know what your vassal holding, your maximum vassal limit is up until the point you breach that threshold. Then it goes, hey, you have too many vassals, and this, you know, has X negative effects. But yeah, there's no way to know how close you are to it up until the point it actually happens. But I think the game is reasonably generous. It tends to only happen at the point where you're starting to think about creating empire titles, and so at that point you have to start having kings as your vassal if you are an emperor or empress, just to make sure that all of the dukes and counts that are under them, you know, they don't count towards your limit anymore, because it's all under a single king, so it kind of simplifies things. But it then is tricky in that, of course, a king is a lot more powerful to deal with than, say, a rebellious duke. Anyway, that's all for the future, though. For now, Finland is looking pretty good. We're going to have probably some stability problems next time. We're going to have to do lots of conversions, because, yeah, a lot of the country is of the newly conquered country is Catholic, so that's going to be something we'll have to deal with. But it will be easier if I can also get some of these new vassals to convert to being like this. No, it wasn't this guy. It was this guy. Yeah, this is the only one I've been able to convert. But once I start converting the rest, they will put their own court chaplains to work doing conversion as well. So, yeah, fingers crossed we should get things well underhand next time. But that is it, however, for now. We will also have a go at the witchcraft thing next time as well. Is also what I was going to say there. But yeah, this is me trying to wrap things up, so I probably should actually do that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get you this next one, but yeah, I have actually an idea for another series I'd like to start as well, one that hopefully I can be a bit more rapid paced with, because it's just going to be kind of sitting down and playing with minimal editing, and yeah, anyway, that's the hope anyway. Whether reality bears out that hope, we'll see. So if you enjoyed this, you can do all the usual things underneath the video, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.